Good afternoon. Welcome to the Department of Public Safety Public Service Center. I'm Captain Eddie Rogers. I'm the commander of the Public Affairs Unit for the Department of Public Safety. The purpose of our news conference today is to announce the capture of the two escapees from the Florence prison facility a couple of days ago. We will have the following speakers to come up and talk to us. First will be Colonel Heston Silbert, the Director of Department of Public Safety. Next will be Mr. Frank Strada, Deputy Director of the Department of Corrections, Rehabilitation, and Reentry. Chief Bruce Walls of the Florence Police Department. Sheriff Mark Lamb, Pinal County Sheriff's Office, and Commander Mark Tessero of the Coolidge Police Department. Also present is Attorney Kent Volkmer of the Pinal County Attorney's Office. Please hold your questions until everyone has spoken, and afterwards we will have a brief question and answer period. Colonel Silbert.
Let me begin with this. Marshal David Gonzalez, I don't believe was mentioned. Marshal Gonzalez will be speaking after Deputy Director Strada. I want to begin with this. I want to thank each agency involved and possibly some people we don't know about who helped us out, but I want to thank each agency here: the United States Marshals Service, the Department of Corrections, the Coolidge Police Department, the Pinal County Sheriff's Department, the City of Florence Police Department, and the County Attorney's Office, just for guidance and support. This was a team effort. Period of time that this took place was 110 hours. Within 110 hours, these subjects are in custody. I want to go over a few of the things that transpired during this time. It was a yeoman's effort by each one of these agencies. There was a period of time that we were concerned that these subjects had stayed in the area and bedded down somewhere. That is still a concern to us, and it proved to be valid and true. During the course of this investigation and attempt to recapture, over 800 houses were searched in a period of 16 hours by the members of these agencies that you see standing here in this room. There was not a complaint. There was just a team effort. They understood how dangerous these guys were. When you look at the record of both of these subjects, one of them is a home invasion rapist, while the other is a molester of children ranging from ages 7 to 4 years old. These were bad people we wanted to get off the street. We still have a concern, though they were captured. And the concern is this: we have to figure out where they were for these last few days. And right now, we're going back and investigating that and backtracking. So do we celebrate the fact they're in custody? We do, but now a great deal of the work begins, and we go back and start to look at any evidentiary facts we can find as to where they were. I asked you this earlier in the week. I would ask the public again. If you have not seen a coworker come to work and it's unexpected, or a neighbor who hasn't been at their house and it's not normal for them, please call us. Like I said, we don't know where they've been during these periods of time, but we are investigating that in earnest. I want to thank you, the members of the media, for being here and broadcasting this information in the manner you did. It was imperative that people saw these pictures. Without you pushing information out, we may not have been able to get the phone calls that we received to capture them. So I thank each of you. There are people who did call, there are people who did get involved, and we want to thank those folks as well. They did what we expected them to do. They again attempted to break into another house. This one at least was thwarted to a degree, or so we understand right now, but we're going back to investigate more. I thank you for your cooperation, and now I will turn it over to Deputy Director Frank Strada from the Arizona Department of Corrections.
Thank you, Colonel. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to reiterate what the Colonel says. We want to thank all of our law enforcement partners in the apprehension of these two fugitives. It's been a team effort from start to finish, and we're grateful for their assistance in bringing these two fugitives to justice. Also want to recognize the staff who work for our victim witness area. They have been in contact with our victims in this case, and rest assured they're feeling comfortable that these two fugitives are back in custody. I also want to thank the people from the Department of Corrections who assisted us at the local level. A lot of hours, a lot of staff hours put into this apprehension, and I want to thank my staff in the Arizona Department of Corrections. As I said earlier, our investigation doesn't stop because these two individuals are in custody. We will still continue our after-action review and look at all the factors that contributed to this escape, and we will make the proper corrections from that point forward. With that, I'll turn it over to U.S. Marshal Gonzalez.
Thank you, Assistant Director. Good afternoon. My name is David Gonzalez, U.S. Marshal for the District of Arizona, and I'd like to give you an overview of what the Deputy U.S. Marshals did this morning, participating in the arrest of these two individuals. This morning early, about 5 Deputy U.S. Marshals from my Tucson office were coming to Coolidge to work on an unrelated fugitive case. And they stopped by the Coolidge Police Department as our normal practice for assistance, guidance on the area. And Coolidge PD assigned 2 patrol officers to the deputy marshals when they were going to go serve a search warrant and arrest a federal fugitive. While they were at the Coolidge Police Department, a call came down of some kind of a disturbance in a cotton field nearby, and Captain Tercero will get more into that in a little bit. The deputy marshals and the Coolidge PD officer said, "Hey, we're nearby. Let's go investigate and see what kind of disturbance was going on in this cotton field." They got to the area, and they noticed 2 individuals in the middle of the cotton field. The Coolidge PD and the deputy marshals put a perimeter around this cotton field. Some of the deputy marshals got in their vehicles and was driving in the cotton field. Other officers from Coolidge and the Marshal Service were on foot and basically caught him in the middle of this cotton field. They would not obey commands. At one point, both of them said, "Just shoot me." They were both asking for the Coolidge PD officers and the deputy marshals to kill him. They would run, walk away from the officers. They obviously weren't in very good shape, so they weren't running very fast or walking very fast. So at that point, non-lethal electric shock weapons were used, also known as tasers, on the individuals. They were put into custody and eventually transported to Coolidge Police Department, and then from there for processing and further investigation. Thank you very much. Oh, I also wanted to state that I spoke to the 2 Maricopa County judges who sentenced these 2 individuals because when they escaped from prison, obviously there's a major concern with our judges who have tough jobs, and they were notified this morning that they were into custody, and I know they felt very relieved also. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Marshal Gonzalez. I'm Chief Bruce Walls from the town of Florence. The town of Florence is smiling tonight. We had 2 individuals that trampled through our town, and because of the efforts of all these individuals that you see behind me, they are now back behind bars. I want to talk about the outstanding communication. I've worked several incidents, and I want to talk about the outstanding communication that we had with all these agencies in providing assistance and help trying to go in and locate these 2 individuals, but more importantly, just the help from the community. And I think that serves as a testament that all of us working together, we can make sure that individuals such as these are captured. 110 hours, folks, that really says a lot about the efforts that was expended in capturing these 2 individuals. Once again, the town of Florence is appreciative, and we're smiling again tonight that these 2 individuals are back behind bars.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. I want to thank all these men behind me, the collaborative effort that we had to get these two gentlemen, well, not gentlemen, two prisoners in custody. I want to thank the people of Pinal County, those residents of Florence, Coolidge, Santan Valley, and I want to thank you, the media, for putting the information out as quick as we did. The fact that that information got out was an extreme value to our community and our county. I had constant messages of people wanting to assist. How can they assist? Information coming in, very beneficial. And I think you can see by the way these two men were dressed, they never got comfortable. And I think that's large in part due to the Marshals office, the governor's office for committing funds for the silent witness, and also the communication between the media and our sheriff's office and other local agencies to be able to get these two guys in custody. I also want to I want to congratulate Coolidge PD and the Marshals Service for their quick efforts taking these two subjects into custody, and for the outstanding work they did. And also I want to say thank you to my SWAT operators and all those from my agency who participated in this. We originally got the call at 3:30 in the morning, and boy, they were on it right away, and didn't let up until we had it. I feel like we probably would have caught these guys a lot sooner. The rain did not help. We lost our scent and the track. Hours after they were able to get out. On Sunday, we lost that track due to the rain, but we were able to, fortunately, still get them in custody. So thank you, everybody. Thank all these gentlemen for outstanding work. You didn't get that on.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Commander Mark Tercero. I'm with the City of Coolidge Police Department. Today, I'm going to give you an overall view of what happened when we captured these individuals. Before I do that, I want to highlight the community involvement that helped with us capturing these individuals. We are a good police department because of our excellent citizens in the City of Coolidge. They do excellent work, and they help us daily in solving crime in the City of Coolidge. So we, from the City of Coolidge Police Department, truly thank them for their work, because they were the reason why we were able to catch these people today. So you see a video playing, but hopefully we'll be able to start this over here in a bit. But I will first want to give you the overview of what happened before this video happened. So we'll get to you'll get a clear shot of what occurred. So today at about 9 o'clock, U.S. Marshals came to the City of Coolidge and were requesting assistance in helping with a search warrant. While they were speaking and briefing about this search warrant, it just so happens that a Coolidge citizen called us. This Coolidge citizen by the name of Joe Marquez was driving a white truck in the area and believed that he had spotted the individuals that escaped from the Florence prison. We immediately, our dispatch did a great job gathering all the intel that they needed, all the information from this citizen, and feeding it to our officers. Once our officers had this information, they let the U.S. Marshals know that they were talking with, and it immediately, everybody dropped what they had to do, and they went to deal with this, to go capture these guys. They knew the importance, the partnership that all of our agencies have together. We knew what needed to get done, and we dropped everything to do it. So this information came at the intersection of Vale Road and Highway 87, where they were seen in a farm field. Now, if you put that into perspective of where Florence prison is located and where these individuals were apprehended, it's only about 14 miles, folks. For only 14 miles. In, what was the time frame? A little over 100 hours. They were only able to travel 14 miles. That's great. The involvement with all the agencies here truly locked down the area, and we feel that they didn't get far for a reason. So, after we received the information, our officers and the U.S. Marshals, we all head down there to the area of Highway 87 and Vale Road. When we get there, we see these individuals in the farm field road. You'll hear from the officers. They give them several commands to stop, get down on the ground, and they don't comply with the commands. So remember, these are individuals that are considered armed and dangerous. So we're taking all the precautions that we need to get everybody involved in this situation in custody safely. So as they approach, the individuals don't listen to commands to get down on the ground, and we deploy tasers. Both the U.S. Marshals and the Coolidge Police Department deploy tasers. The video that you're about to see is from Officer Philip Bloor, B-L-O-U-I-R, Philip Bloor's body cam, and you'll see the actual apprehension take place. So once we took them into custody, these individuals were seen by medics, cleared, and were processed. Okay? So if we can, let's start the video over with sound, please. And I'll do my best to narrate for you. So here, Officer Bloor just arrives on scene. Now, 30-second delay for any Axon video footage is in place. So he sees the individuals already walking out into the farm field or running away, and he starts to give chase. So as you can imagine, the farm field is sludgy. It's hard to run in that. It's very soft. Okay. So apparently there's no sound, but here they're already yelling commands. They can see them already to get down on the ground. The escaped inmates are not complying, and they're continuing to move forward. Here you start to see them in the frame. Coolidge Police and U.S. Marshals are closing in on them. At this point, we've already given him several commands to get down. They're not. Taser is deployed. He tries to pull the taser prongs out. And here we are taking him into custody. And the video is going to end here shortly. So again, I just want to thank everybody involved, thank the media. Thank you for pushing out all the information that you could to really get the faces of these individuals out there so people can actually give us a call and let us know that they've located them. So thank you for everybody here as well.
Are there any questions?
So, I think the question everyone wants to know is Joe Marquez getting $7,000?
Silent witness has some experience with this. It appears as though we're examining how the order and a couple calls came in. So they're looking at that. I'm sure he will be addressed, but that's being looked into as to where the reward will go.
I know y'all mentioned that the investigation will continue, but we have heard reports about this prison that has low staffing, a high turnaround rate, and that the day of these prisoners escaped, there were enough guards there to keep everyone, or keep track of everyone. What do we know about how many guards were working on that day and what happened?
So as we conduct our investigation, one of the things we will look at is our staffing complement on the day of, and all those factors will be looked at once the investigation is completed. But it's too early for me to comment on that now because we're still in the stages of this investigation. Most of our resources have been used in trying to apprehend these individuals, but we will look at all those factors and make a determination.
So far you have not looked at what happened the day of?
We have been looking at what's happened the day of. Yeah, we have been looking at every factor up until this point, but our resources are using internal investigation as well as the assisting in the apprehension.
Is this escape endemic of the problems the prisons, the corrections facilities have been having with locks, understaffing, and so forth that you inherited from the last administration?
We look at all of our institutions for the institution's safety and security through our internal auditing system, and we look at where we need to improve on. And again, this is a factor that once we look at the investigation and see what some of the root causes may be, I'm not sure if staffing is one of them, but we'll have to take a look and see if that is a factor, and the proper adjustments will be made and notifications to those who need to know will be made.
Any indication at all that the inmates have help with any Department of Corrections employees from anybody?
I'm not aware of any information that supports that at this time.
We heard on Monday that when they escaped, I believe DPS said that there was proof that they had committed a violent act. Can you disclose what that violent act was when they escaped?
Yes, I think we put it out on social media within the last period of time, but no, good question. They went to a hotel in the area and attempted to rob one of the workers of the hotel. And
No one at like ADC was harmed or?
no, not within the institution. This was a person at a hotel.
And what was the timeline on that incident?
That was within brief hours after they left institutional grounds.
And then do we know what time they left the institutional grounds?
We do have that detail. I'll let Deputy Director Strada address that if that's necessary.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
Do we just know the timeline of when they actually left the property yet?
I don't have that exact information, but Judy Keene is here. She can get back with you on that information and provide that to you.
I'd imagine you guys have had time now to look at security cameras throughout the prison complex, and I know there's an investigation underway, but can you at least tell us how many times have you identified opportunities that prison employees had to spot these individuals on cameras from the moment they started their plan to the moment that they left the prison complex?
Any information that's ongoing with an investigation, I don't feel comfortable at this moment disclosing just because I don't want to ruin the integrity of the investigation.
Have any employees been suspended or fired?
No. I will say about our employees, I speak for the director, myself, and the rest of the leadership within ADCRR, and we look at our employees as our most valuable resource, not as a vulnerability or disposable. So that's why I say we'll look at our investigation, we'll look at all the causes for the investigation and make the corrective action as needed based on the information that's provided in the investigation. But nobody has been suspended or fired as of this incident.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Can you tell us just what happens next now, like what is the legal process for the guys? Last question.
Ken Volkmer, Pinal County Attorney. The process now is each individual agency will submit the requisite charges to our office. We anticipate we'll see our charges from DOC, RR, as well as likely the City of Florence, DPS, probably Coolidge as well. Our office will then review all of those charges, determine what the appropriate charges are, and then take it to a grand jury, and then the criminal process will play out from there.
So are they in your county jail or are they heading back there?
They are currently in our county jail, and those charges will be handled by our office.